Good morning, children. Mrs. Webb here with Wednesday's literacy lesson. So far this week, we've been working hard learning all about Chinese New Year. And today, for literacy, I thought I would share a story with you about a little girl and all the different ways that she celebrates Chinese New Year. So as I'm reading along, I want you to see if you can remember all the different ways in the story that the family are celebrating. And then at the end, we'll have a little chat about all the different things you can remember. Okay, so if I share my screen with you, you can bring up the story. Here it is. So settle back somewhere nice and comfy, and we'll get started. Here's a story called It's Chinese New Year. Samantha woke up early. She quickly got washed and dressed. She was excited because it was her favourite day of Chinese New Year. Her grandparents were coming for dinner and they were all going to see the dragon and lion dances. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Getting ready though, some other things to do first. After breakfast, Mum asked, "Do you want to help me with the shopping, Samantha?" Samantha nodded happily and went to get her coat and shoes on. While we're out, Stanley and Dad are going to finish the tidying. Everything needs to be nice and clean for the new year. And there they are, looking very busy in pictures with some sweeping, popping all the toys away. At the shop, Samantha helped Mum to buy lots of food ready for when Nanny and Grandpa arrived. They bought lots of vegetables, noodles, rice and dumplings. Mum also bought a box of biscuits, which she explained were a special treat for later on. Samantha chose some flowers to buy. She chose a bright red bunch. Perfect, said Mum, as she paid for the shopping. These will look lovely on the table. So I wonder if you think about the things that Samantha's popped into the shopping basket. What did they have? You remember? There was vegetables and noodles and rice and dumplings. Are those the same sorts of things that you would have in your shopping trolley, or are they a little bit different? I wonder. Samantha back home. Back at home, Dad and Stanley had almost finished the tidying. "Look what came in the post," said Stanley, as he held out an envelope to Samantha. Samantha quickly opened the envelope, and inside was a dragon card from her cousins in China. And if you can have a little think, when did you get cards at home? Can you think of some special times in the year that you might have been given a card like Samantha has received for Chinese New Year? That's right, you might have had one at birthdays or maybe Christmas. So it's quite similar, isn't it? Next, Stanley and Samantha made some paper lanterns to decorate the house. They worked hard to cut and decorate the paper, and soon they had made lots of colourful lanterns. Dad hung the lanterns around the room. "These look great," he said. "They should bring us lots of luck for the new year." Again, I wonder if you can think of a time when you decorate all the rooms in your house with special decorations. Some of you might have made some Chinese lanterns yesterday because it was on the extra activities on the website, so you might have already made them just like Samantha and Stanley did in the story. Then Samantha went to help Mum finish making lunch. "Yummy, lots of tangerines. My favourite," said Samantha as she popped a piece into her mouth. "Oh, do you know what a tangerine is? You tell your grown-up if you think you might know. If you're not sure, it's a type of small orange, a bit like a satsuma maybe, in case you weren't sure." Samantha helped Mum to put their long noodles into a bowl with all the stir-fry vegetables. Dumplings too. Great. Just then the doorbell rang. It was Nanny and Grandad. "Hello everyone," said Nanny. "Gung hei fat choi," which is a greeting often heard at New Year. It means best wishes, wishing you fortune and a good year. Ooh, so I wonder if you can say that at home. I hope Mrs. Webb's saying it properly. Gung hei fat choi. So maybe when I do our morning greeting on Friday, when it's actually Chinese New Year, that's what I need to start my greeting with. Can you have a go? Gung hei fat choi. You say you're grown up now. Well done. Nanny gave Samantha a present. Inside was a lovely new dress for her to wear. Stanley had some new clothes too, perfect for the new year. Another similarity there, isn't it, with giving presents and wearing special clothes for special times of the year. When they came downstairs, Nanny and Grandpa had another surprise for them, a lucky red envelope. Inside was a shiny £2 coin. Thank you, both Samantha and Stanley shouted. Everyone had a delicious lunch with fortune cookies afterwards. There were special messages inside the cookies for the new year. That's a bit different, isn't it? Having a cookie that's got a message inside it. And for our literacy tomorrow, we're going to look a little bit harder at that. So that was a special lunch everybody had. Then it was time to go and see the lion and dragon dancers. Samantha put on her shoes and jacket, then skipped happily along the road to where the parade was taking place. She could hear the drums and firecrackers. Samantha loved to see the dragons and lions. Grandpa bought Samantha and Stanley a small paper dragon to hold. They were made of colourful folded paper with sticks at each end to make their mini dragons dance, just like the big dragons. So you can see in the picture here, the big dragon with the dragon dancers underneath holding it up on sticks like a really huge puppet. And the children have had little ones as well at the same time. I wonder if you can tell your grown-up a feeling word for how you think Samantha and Stanley are feeling when they go to the parade. And they see the dancers and they hear the drums and firecrackers. They've got a little dragon of their own. How do you think that the children in the story might be feeling at the moment? Tell your grown-up. Wonder what feeling word you came up with. Did you think of maybe excited that they were there, or happy, or joyful? I wonder which one you picked. Can you think of something that you've done where you felt happy or excited or joyful? What was it that made you feel like that? Soon it started to get dark and the fireworks began. Loud rockets lit up the sky in colourful showers of sparkles. The end of the display was very bright and colourful, with lots of crackly fireworks and booming rockets. Everyone clapped and cheered. I wonder if anybody saw at New Year at the end of December, ready for the beginning of January, saw some of the fireworks that were on the TV. Then sometimes you can hear at that New Year's Eve all the fireworks as well. So the Chinese New Year, there are also lots of fireworks to celebrate that special event. After the fireworks, the family headed home for dinner. Samantha had some rice and spring rolls and another tangerine, and then showed Nanny and Grandpa the lanterns she and Stanley had made. Soon it was time for bed. Samantha was very tired and slowly drifted off to sleep, thinking about all the fun things she had done for Chinese New Year. And there is a very tired but happy Samantha going straight to sleep after her busy day. Okay, so that was a really nice story that told us lots of different ways that Chinese New Year can be celebrated. So I wonder now if you can pause the video and see how many different ways you can tell your grown-up that you have learned in the story about how Chinese New Year has been celebrated. So pause for a little bit and then come back and let's see what we can think of. How many did you manage to think of? I thought of, if I go back to the beginning of the story, how do they celebrate Chinese New Year? First of all, the house had to be nice and tidy, didn't it? Samantha left her brother and her dad tidying the house to get everything celebrated, and they went shopping for a really special meal to celebrate Chinese New Year. So that's another way that they celebrated. So we had tidy house, a special meal. What was it that Samantha opened that was another way that everybody celebrated? That's right, she had a card, didn't she? So New Year's, Chinese New Year cards get sent. What else did the children do to decorate the house? What did they make? They made special paper lanterns decorations, didn't they, in the story as well, to decorate the room and to bring good luck for the next year. Some of the other things you might have remembered. Do you remember that the children had visitors? They had their relatives to come and see them, didn't they? So families would normally get together at Chinese New Year, although maybe not this year. There would be special presents. So Samantha had a new dress, didn't she? And Stanley got new clothes as well. So presents are given. And then after the meal, the children had a lucky envelope, didn't they? Can you remember what colour the envelope was? That's right, it was red. So you might receive a lucky red envelope and it had money in it, didn't it? So red envelope with money in it. What was the special food that the children ate after their meal? They had fortune cookies, didn't they? So with a special message inside, so eating fortune cookies. And then the children went out to some more celebrations, didn't they? They went and they saw the Lion and the Dragon dances. And they had their own special mini dragons as well, didn't they? And then at the end of the day, when it got dark, they watched the fireworks. So that's another way of celebrating. So Samantha really did have a busy day, didn't she? There were so many different ways to celebrate. If you would like to, there is a link on the home learning page today, and it will take you to a CBeebies short video. It's about 3 or 4 minutes long, so it's not long at all. But it's a video of a real Chinese family and the way that they celebrate New Year. So you could have a little look at that now and see all the different ways that you've read about in the story, but you can see an actual family celebrating the same way. So your task today, I would like you to choose any one of the additional learning activities that's on the home learning page. So one of them is to make your own Chinese dragon from the dragon dance, okay? And there's a template on there if you want to print it off, and you can practice your cutting skills, and you can choose which eyes would you like to give your dragon, which mouth would you like to give your dragon. Do you want the smiley mouth or the fierce looking mouth, or maybe the cheeky looking mouth with its tongue sticking out? And also there are some noses and some different horns to go on top of your dragon's head. You don't have to print it off. You could just do your own dragon picture and paint or colour or collage a dragon idea of your own. Or you might want to practice your cutting skills by making paper chains. There's a PDF on the website, and you could use that and cut those out, or you could make your own at home with lots of different coloured paper and cut out strips to practice your cutting, and then stick them together and link them, and you could decorate a room in your house with cutting skills. You might, if you didn't do it yesterday, you could make a paper lantern like the children in the story. And there's also a PowerPoint on there with information all about the dragon and lion dances that Samantha mentioned in the story. And there's some videos on the PowerPoint so you can see them being done. You could come up with a dragon dance of your own, or dance along to the music on the video. Could you make yourself really big and fierce like the lion or the dragon? Would you go high or low to the music, depending on if it's loud or quiet? So that might be a fun activity to do as well. And you could pick any of those to have a go at, and maybe send a photo to Tapestry so we can see what you've been up to. Okay, so that's the end of today's literacy video. I hope you've enjoyed learning lots more about Chinese New Year, and I will see you later. Bye.